Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, Sonic3318, back again for another video for you guys. And today, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your WWE Money in the Bank 2021 prediction video. Yep, the time of the Money in the Bank ladder match has finally come around here, and it's time to see who will become Mr. and Mrs. Money in the Bank, obviously enough. And obviously, in the time of recording this video, we are 1 day, 17 hours, 23 minutes, and 1 second away from the pay-per-view event itself from Money in the Bank 2021. Now you might ask yourself, Sonic3318, it is because if we're here for the predictions for Money in the Bank, you must have jumped over your review of Hell in a Cell 2021. Yes, I did. And also, I also jumped over my channel update video, which that is still coming, but I decided to hold that off till after my Money in the Bank content for the obvious reason of us actually now being back in front of live studio audiences here in the WWE universe, finally being back. So I decided for that sake, for that being good enough to, for that sake of actually, it being now, for us now being back in front of live people, that can actually play into my video that I actually have upcoming for my update video coming up pretty soon for you guys. So stay tuned to that. But obviously enough, I can also mention the fact of my Hell in a Cell review, in that procrastination got the best of me, and I can't say anything more than that. Procrastination just got the best of me, and I just never got around to freaking making it for you guys. So, unfortunately, guys, it's going to be another one of those 2-in-1 videos for you guys. But obviously enough, you guys are going to be here. If you guys are going to be here for my Money in the Bank stuff, you're going to be getting here. You're going to get it firsthand right here, first off. And if you care to stay around for my Hell in a Cell stuff, then by all means stay around. If not, then you can peace out when the time soon comes. So for right now, we're going to get this thing started with why you're here for Money in the Bank predictions. So with that said, let's get this thing started with cat meowing. That's because that's what you hear, is to hear cats meow. Totally. Anyways, no! There. Prediction time. No more blunders. Predictions time. First up, we have the Kickoff Show for the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships between Rhea and Dominic Mysterio versus the Usos. My prediction for this match is going to be that while I wouldn't mind, actually wouldn't be too surprised to see the Usos win the Tag Team Championships, I mean, it is their time, because obviously you can get them associated with them and their faction with Roman Reigns, be more strong with all of them being champions, because that's obviously being seen coming. But to see it being done on a pre-show just doesn't suit well for me, personally. It seems like something that should be done on the main card on the show, on a pay-per-view event, or on an episode of SmackDown Live. So, no thank you. So, while I wouldn't mind or wouldn't be too surprised if they actually do give the titles to Usos in this faction, I'm still going to stick strong and say that the Mysterios are going to retain the championship. So, Mysterios to win. Next up, we have the Raw Tag Team Champions. We're going from SmackDown to Raw with their Tag Team Championship matchup between AJ Styles and Omos taking on the Viking Raiders. My prediction for this match is simply for Styles and Omos to retain. I had really no logical reason to say this, because obviously the Viking Raiders just came out of nowhere, and this feud just started to get built out of nowhere, and yeah. I mean, for all means, because obviously, WWE wants to give us the Viking Raiders because of me a legitimate tag team, then by all means, go ahead and give it to them. I don't know where you're gonna run with them from there. Then by all means, if you want to do it, then give it to them. Because Styles, Omos, they're a team, but they're not a legit team, to be honest. But it is what it is. So, but still, honest bookie mind, logical thinking, Omos, AJ Styles are gonna win this match. So Styles and Omos to retain. Next up, we have the Raw Women's Championship matchup between Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair. my first match is going to be for Charlotte Flair to win the title here at the show, but there's going to be a continuing reason why, as we'll see coming up soon enough with my thoughts heading throughout the show. So, moving on. So, brief thoughts in mind is Charlotte Flair is going to win the title off of Rhea Ripley here. So, there's that. We're going to jump over these two matches because obviously those are the title matches of the card. So we're not talking about those just yet. We're going to jump over those to talk about the Universal Championship match between Roman Reigns and Edge. My first match is going to be for Roman Reigns to win this match because obviously he's Roman Reigns. Obviously, head of the table. And logically enough, because obviously, other than being Roman Reigns, because obviously there's legit reasons why. Because obviously we're heading into SummerSlam, and you gotta get built up to SummerSlam stuff between the likes of Roman Reigns versus John Cena, or Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, or Roman Reigns versus insert here, as we'll talk about, as we're going to continue on the next card as well. But still, that does not only consider Roman Reigns, as also there's going to be this also considers Edge for heading into SummerSlam. Because obviously, my thoughts heading into the show, as much as other people in the WWE universe are thinking the same way, is that Seth Rollins is going to come out in this match to get some sort of screwy finish in this match, to screw Edge in this match, so we can get a build between Edge versus Seth Rollins at SummerSlam. So there's that. Edge is going to lose this match by a cheaping means by Rollins to cheap him out of this match, for Roman Reigns to win this match and continue on for Edge to go against Rollins at SummerSlam, and we're just talking about Rollins. Reigns to go against someone. Cena. It's a big title picture. If it's not Cena, it can be Lesnar. If it's not Lesnar, who the fuck knows? Whoever it is. Yeah, so that. Anywho's, Roman Reigns to win this match. As we're going to move on next to the WWE Championship match between Bobby Lashley taking on Kofi Kingston for the WWE Championship, obviously enough. My first match is going to be for Bobby Lashley to retain his championship here, to go in the same veins as Roman Reigns, to go into SummerSlam for more built up. For me personally, if I'm feeling hyped for it, potentially it's Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, John Cena. That's your title card right there. If you want it, if you can get it, that's what you need to get. If not, then Bobby Lashley can go against somebody else, which you'll see in a second, because there is someone in the men's. This could work out for the men's Money in the Bank ladder match if that is not going to happen between Brock Lesnar and Lashley. So there's that. And now, hence what? Sorry to say this is kind of a skip over. We're kind of tiptoeing over issues between with the likes of Rhea Ripley and Kingston. I'm sorry for me to tiptoe over these guys and not give them much credit, but that's unfortunately what it is, because we got a lot of stuff to talk about here, let alone me just actually going on to my Hell in a Cell shit. So obviously enough, we gotta sort around, we gotta jump around the fluff to get to the actual meat and bones of the topic of our video here. So yes. As much as I hate to talk about that shit, as much as I hate to treat the likes of Kofi and, to a certain extent, Rhea like that, that is just how that's how business has to go here for right now. So, there you go. So, with that said, we're going to jump right back down to the card for the title matches of the actual show, which is the Money in the Bank ladder matches. First off, for the women's, we have the following. We have Zelina Vega, Asuka, Naomi, Alexa Bliss, Nikki Cross, not Ash, Cross, Liv Morgan, Natalya, and Tamina. I say Tamina in brackets or parentheses or whatever, because, yeah, she's apparently in this match. So, yeah, so that's apparently your 8 women in this match. So you might ask yourself, Song 318, what is your predictions in this match? Well, guys, usually I like to go 50-50 booking, and that means 4, because obviously there's 8, so, because obviously if you know goddamn math, to the middle, you get 50-50, that's freaking 4 out of 8, so I usually do 8 predictions. But, me jumping on camera, I looked at this card, and I looked at the people, and I realized to myself, I only like 3 predictions about both these matches. So we're only going to do 3. So, we're going to slice 1 prediction off, and we're only going to do 3 predictions. So, my 3 predictions are the following. If we're going to keep WWE's way of looking at it, my predictions are the following. Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, and Asuka. But that's only keeping it WWE's mindset, what we have on the actual goddamn card. But if we have it our way in what we're expecting and what actually we're winning on Sunday, my number 1 absolute positive guaranteed winner of this match will be the man Becky Lynch coming back and to win this match. To go on to either rival or cash in either later in the night, or just use the briefcase to obviously move on to feud with Charlotte Flair for the Raw Women's Championship, heading to SummerSlam or heading into the future of WWE. So there's that. With that is Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss, and Liv Morgan. That's if we have our way of doing it. So if we have our way of doing it, it's Becky Lynch, Bliss, and Liv Morgan. But WWE's way, it's Bliss, Morgan, and Asuka. So in a sense, there's those 3 with freaking Becky Lynch just hiding in the shadows to try to come in and freaking wipe the shit out of Asuka. In a sense. My prediction sense, that's literally the picture you have in mind. You have Bliss, Asuka, and Morgan in a row. Here they are. And freaking Becky Lynch is going to come out with a knife and it's just silently going to come in for a silent kill and drag Asuka in the way to the middle of the night. That is my prediction picture for this match. So there's that. So there you go. For those women, there you go. And next up, finally enough, for our prediction here on this card, we have the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. We have the following men in this match: Kevin Owens, Drew McIntyre, Matt Riddle, Ricochet, Johnny Drip Drip, aka John Morrison, Big E Langston, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Seth Rollins. My prediction for this match are going to be the following: Drew McIntyre, because it's obvious as fuck, and it gives him a reason to go after Lashley to obviously work around the card and say, oh, you no longer can face me no longer. Oh, but guess what? Bullshit, I got the briefcase. Tag this bitch. Give me my magic. Give me my title back. So there you go. There's that. 2, Rollins. Because somewhere in someone's minds they potentially have it where they want that Rollins and Roman feud to actually happen, and this can probably be the gateway, or to just keep Rollins just like it did in the past when we cashed in on Rollins. We cashed in on Roman and Lesnar. He can keep it in the shadows and then cash in the future whenever it's for a sheer surprise on whoever the champion may be at the time, or whatever the champion may be. Go figure. What a surprise! Let him have the briefcase. Let him run with it and be a surprise. There you go. So Rollins for that sake, and lastly, Big E, because obviously enough, there is obviously speculation, obviously with us now being in front of fans enough, and the draft coming up. WWE can use Big E's win here to obviously let him cash in and actually go against Lashley and get the championship off of Lashley and make him jump ship from SmackDown to Raw and have the reunite the New Day as one, finally at last on Raw, and let the New Day obviously reign strong with them, obviously with Big E, taking the charge and them being the new champion with that shit, and obviously, what it all makes sense coming together. So that's the big reason why for Big E to win the Money in the Bank ladder match. So yeah, once again, it's Big E, Seth Rollins, and Drew McIntyre. Those are it, ladies and gentlemen. That pretty much concludes it. My Money in the Bank 2021 predictions, as it's kind of running into a kind of slippery end here. I'm sorry for that, because obviously and it's me. Obviously if you know me well enough, I kind of am silly, and I am running with what I have, homie. So that's what we have for my Money in the Bank 2021 predictions. Overall, guys, heading into Money in the Bank, after coming out of SmackDown Live just now, from us being now in front of fans now, I am pretty optimistic, to say the least, guys. So, yeah, heading out of the Thunderdome and actually getting his fresh life from now being in front of fans, finally being at last, heading what we saw on SmackDown, going towards where we're going to see at Money in the Bank, all the potential hype in which he returns is going to happen at freaking Money in the Bank. It could be a pretty solid show, to say the least, guys. So, what's going to happen? Will it live up to the hype? Will it live up to the expectations? You're going to tune in next time on my Money in the Bank 2021 review to find out what all happened here soon enough on my Money in the Bank 2021 review. So, just head on, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys would like to exit the video, you can right now. I'll see you guys then for my Money in the Bank 2021 review. And with this said, we're going to now jump over ship back a month to go towards Devil's favorite program for Hell in a Cell 2021 for my review / rundown, whatever you want to call it, for this back half of this video. So this end, let's get this started, shall we? Since obviously enough, we start off with Mandy Rose taking on Natalya on the Kickoff Show for Hell in a Cell. My first Rose match is for Natty to win, and she won this match, so that's my Britain score, 1-0. And my thoughts wasn't quite paying much attention to this match with me doing other things to be ready for the actual show to start, let alone Peacock not actually working for most, if not all, viewers before this match, and the Kickoff Show was 20 minutes into it all. So gonna take it as a weekly TV match kind of match, so yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, Peacock, fuck you for that. Literally, this pretty much you screwed pretty much me and pretty much everyone from watching this first half of the show. So fuck you, Peacock. Learn your shit from this and actually do not do this shit going forward. So Peacock, shove it, shove it, shove it. Maybe rant over. Moving on. Next, we have Bayley taking on Bianca Belair for the SmackDown Live Women's Championship inside Hell in a Cell. My praise for this match was for Bianca Belair to win, and she obviously won this match, as my previous score is 2-0. And my thoughts on this match was, didn't quite tune into this match till it was a bit into it all, due to focusing on some college-related things, but from what I seen or heard during it all, it was quite action-packed from these two ladies. Plus, that ending spot from Belair to Bayley onto that ladder. Nice way to start the show off for sure. So, big thumbs up to Bayley and Bianca Belair for this match. So, good job, guys. Next up, we have Cesaro taking on Seth Rollins. My picks for this match was Cesaro to win, though wouldn't be too surprised if Rollins won this match. And I lost this match via roll-up pin, and my score of this match being 2-1. And my thoughts was, didn't quite tune into this match after some time after looking into some more important personal things on the side while still listening to it. But for what I saw of it, once I did tune into it, was quite the matchup. Granted, it did seem like it was all Cesaro in the match, with Rollins not getting much in on Swiss throughout the match, but the ending was what ruined the match for me. They went all this time out there for this match, and they ended it with a roll-up pin. Talk about a lackluster way to end things with. Granted, they did say that this match was all for Rollins to take, as he was seen as the losing man in this feud so far, which I, for the life of me, didn't get it, or didn't see or quite get, as Swiss seems to be that guy after all the beatdown Rollins had given to him over the past couple, or I guess heading to the match, obviously. But I digress. Not a bad match, really, but should have ended more differently, to say the least. So there's that for that matchup. Next up, we have Alexa Bliss taking on Shayna Baszler. My prediction match is for Bliss to win, and she won this match. I made my prediction score 3-1. And my thoughts was, this match to me just seemed to come and go as expected, with the result everyone expected coming. But Jax being Bliss over Reginald as thought beforehand. Nothing too crazy, but a bit of entertaining, to say the least. So there you go. Next up, we have Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. My prediction for this match was for Owens to win, and he lost this match, so I made my prediction score 3-2. And my thoughts on this match was, just as I thought this match was starting out slow as can be, these two always pick up steam and never disappoint. There can be absolutely no storyline, and these two will go out there and kill it. Feel really disrespectful calling this as one of those thrown together matches, but in either case, they always bring the house down. Obviously, no. So there you go. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, obviously a good thumbs up from me. Obviously enough. Next up, we have Rhea Ripley taking on Charlotte Flair for the Raw Women's Championship. My first match was for Rhea Ripley to win, and she lost this match via DQ. And my prediction score was a tie at 3-3. And my thoughts was, I could give a damn less about this match. Flair to me, and pretty much the whole IWC, has become too overrated, and WWE has yet to give me any reason to really even care about Rhea Ripley. And what the fuck even was that ending? Excuse me. I'm pretty sure we've seen plenty of normal matches use the announce table and not ever in a DQ. Needless to say, not the best place to put this match, as this really was a pace breaker for the show. Next up, and I think finally enough, we have Bobby Lashley taking on Drew McIntyre inside the Hell in a Cell for the WWE Championship. My first match was for Bobby Lashley to win, though could see McIntyre winning it too, and I won this match as Lashley obviously retained the championship, as my score ended and actually went off the show with 4 wins and 3 losses. And my thoughts was, match for the most part was entertaining. Slowly paced, sure, but still a good watch. Could have gone without the way it ended though, since MVP already made his shot to try and screw Drew, but oh wells. Guessing this ending makes both men look strong and still kicks Drew out of the top picture for now, for Lashley to move on to other opponents coming up. Excuse me, enough. And I left, in parentheses, Kofi Kingston for Money in the Bank, which is obviously happening, and Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. Well, that's to be seen, guys. That's to be seen. So like I said before, my wins is 4, and my lose is 3. And my overall thoughts to close out this rundown and this whole video overall is, I quote, "This show to me seemed to be on an upward roller coaster ride until it just came crashing down as it neared its end. Wasn't as short of a show as I thought they'd make it out to be, but at least we had some enjoyable watches out of it all. Needless to say, it was certainly not much of an importance was going to happen at all, as the show was just a pause button kind of show to get us onto the road once more with fans. Obviously not, because well, welcome back. Here we are, guys. We're back." But overall, enjoyed what I did and wish the other moments could have been better overall, as this has concluded my rundown of Hell in a Cell 2021, and it's concluded my prediction video for Money in the Bank 2021 overall. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I thank y'all for watching this bundle video, and I'll see you guys next time for my review of Money in the Bank 2021. Like I said, we'll live on to the hype. What will happen in the show? Will there be any? Will there actually be anything hype? What is actually going to happen? And who is going to be Mr. and Mrs. Money in the Bank heading out of the show overall? So I said that, we're going to tune in, and we're going to find out once enough, here soon enough, as Money Bank 2021 comes up here soon enough, here enough. It's obviously enough. I can't stress it enough. Running out of my voice from talking for so long. Blah. Obviously enough, guys. So with all this stuff and said in mind, obviously enough, I thank y'all for watching this video. And once again, guys, I do apologize for procrastination getting the best of me, and I hope that it will not happen heading towards my review and for this show and my anticipated channel update video coming up after the review for Money in the Bank. I was about to say SummerSlam, but that's going to be up next after that video as we head into SummerSlam content. So there's that. So instead, ladies and gentlemen, be looking forward out for my review for Money in the Bank 2021 and my channel update video as we inch closer to the greatest part of the summer at SummerSlam 2021. So with said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Son93T, and I'm going to stop being cringe now, and I'm going to get the hell out of here. So with said, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you guys next time for my review. So with said, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you guys then.